Every parent thinks that their children should go to school, they should go to college, they should get a proper education, they should do well in their life. And they make a lot of effort, they make a lot of sacrifice to help their children to get succeed. But in the beginning they make a lot of effort, but in the end they fail their children. And why is that? I'll explain that later, but before I want to talk about what is the purpose of education. The purpose of education should be getting awareness, get to know about things, what are the good things, what are the bad things, get to know about the humanity, get to know about the world, meeting with people. And the most important thing, after getting a good education, you get to learn to question on those things, those beliefs which has been set for years. People didn't have courage to ask question on these things. Either they want to question but they didn't want to hurt someone or their parents, or they didn't have a proper knowledge. There could be so many reasons for that. Now coming to the main thing, that how most of the parents are wrong. Suppose you want your children to get proper education, and when they try to see things in their own way, in their own perspective, you stop them or you don't agree with them and you manipulate them. Trust me, when you get good education and you get awareness and you try to take action for a good cause, there are 99% chances that your parents won't support you, they will be against of you. This doesn't apply for every parents, but in India 95% parents won't agree with you, with your new views, with your new thoughts. I absolutely understand there is a generation gap, there could be conflicts, but what is stopping you to listen to your own children? If they are sharing their own thoughts, their own views, at least you can support them, you can listen to them. Even without listening them, you tell them they are wrong. That's not fair. There are some good parents who listen to their children's views, they try to make a conversation with you, but majority of the parents, they don't. For example, you're studying in medical college or engineering college, and after spending 3 or 4 years, you got to know that you don't want to be doctor, you don't want to be engineer. That is absolutely fine. But if you go to your parents and you tell them that, okay, I finished my college and now I don't want to be a doctor, I want to be a musician, I want to be a photographer, I want to be anything. You have a degree of engineering but you don't want to be engineer. That's fine. If you know that you never going to be happy in this career if you become an engineer, because if you have realized that after becoming an engineer you won't be a successful engineer and you won't be able to give your 100% in your work, then what's the use of becoming an engineer? Do something else. It's not mandate that if you have a degree of doctor engineer then you can be only doctor engineer. That's not true. If you think that you can do some extraordinary work in writing or some in music or some other things, you should do that. If you go to your parents and tell them that I got a degree of engineering but I can be engineer for sure, but if I'll be an engineer in my life I will never be happy, and I know that I won't be able to do something extraordinary in this field. I might do something extraordinary in other field but not in this field. There are chances that parents will say that we don't give a damn about your happiness, that what makes you happy. We spend a lot of money, you spend 3 or 4 years, you should do engineering only, or you should become an engineer. You see, this is the problem. Another example, suppose you fall in love with someone and you go to your parents and you tell them that I fall in love with this person and I want to get married. And when you will tell them, the first thing they'll ask, what is their caste and religion? And when you tell them this person doesn't belong to your community, your caste and religion, they will be pissed off. And there are 1% chances that they will agree on this, but 99% they won't. And when you try to prove them wrong, that becomes a problem because parents think that they cannot be wrong. That is hilarious. You were fighting with the world for discrimination, for casteism, and you lose your battle at your home. So I have an advice for the parents, especially for Indian parents. When you educate your kids and after sometimes they come to you with their new thoughts, with their new views, ideas, please listen to them. Please understand their views. Grow with them. Do not directly deny on them. Listen their views. Try to understand them. If you're not getting it, ask them to explain. Or if you're not getting it, ask for some time. Try to rethink that. Is it really making sense? And if you think that they are right, support them, and that's how you will create a better world and better human being. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.